office. This is Karen.
Hi, I wanted to see about getting started on my next transfer cycle.
Just 1 second, okay?
Okay.
You'll need a consult with Dr. Douglas.
Okay, and can I set that up?
Yes, just 1 second.
Okay.
And Blue Cross Blue Shield still your insurance?
Yes.
With the ZGN?
I believe so. I don't think that's changed, yes.
Okay, hang on just 1 second for me, okay?
Mm-hmm.
When were you looking to come in?
So you said this is for a consult?
Mm-hmm.
So, does he always do those in person? Does he ever is it like a physical exam? Or I don't remember from my last transfer.
We can do it over the phone.
Okay, we live a couple hours out, so if it's not a physical exam, that would actually be easier for me, but if not, I totally understand.
Yeah, no, you can do a phone. You can do tomorrow at 9 or 9:30, or we can do Tuesday the 6th at 9:30.
Okay, tomorrow actually works great. Yeah.
Okay, you want to do 9 or 9:30?
Let's do 9:30.
9:30. Okay, then you just call me at 9:30 in the morning. Okay.
Okay, just this number that I called?
I'm sorry?
Just the same number that I called today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great.
Okay. Now, is your insurance the same as your...
Yes, I believe everything should be the same. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All righty.
Okay.
And we will hear from you tomorrow at 9:30.
Okay, thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye. You want to say hi to the camera? Say hi. Yeah. You're so sweet. He loves the camera. Yeah. Okay, good morning. I am waiting right now. I'm supposed to have a call with the fertility clinic with our endocrinologist at 9:30. And I think it's close to 9 right now. So anyway, I'm supposed to have a call. Manny and I mean, it's going to be me on the phone, but he'll obviously listen because he's here. And obviously it includes him. But I called yesterday. I haven't been up that long. Well, I have. I've been up like an hour, well, maybe more than that. But I just feel like I haven't really talked that much. And my voice has been really dry. Anyway, so you doing that because I did that? So anyway, we're starting a new transfer cycle, or at least we're figuring out when we can. That's the whole point of the consult today. And so last time we did embryo transfer, we did egg retrieval in September of 2020 and our transfer in October of 2020. And that transfer was successful, thankfully, and we have Zion from that transfer. That's the only embryo transfer we've ever done. We are so blessed that the first one worked the way that it did, that we had the most beautiful pregnancy. I mean, I know that's literally a privilege. If you're in the infertility world, I know that that's very likely not your story, and so I know that that's a huge blessing. But anyway, because if you didn't know and you're not familiar with embryo transfers, they're not guaranteed to work. Embryo transfer is basically giving people with infertility a chance to get pregnant, because without that, medically speaking, we have very little chance. And so obviously God can do whatever he wants, but medically speaking, I think we had like less than 1% chance of ever getting pregnant naturally. And so anyway, embryo transfer is not guaranteed, but it gives you a chance, a really good chance. And so it's a huge blessing to even be able to do it. So anyway, when we did our egg retrieval in 2020, we got 2 frozen embryos. So basically they can only freeze them if they make it to that level, right? Just like, what are you saying? Just like what happens in your body, embryos don't always develop, right? That's a natural process, unfortunately. And so they freeze what develops into a blastocyst. Hi. Hello. Hello. You're just such a blessing. You are our blessing, aren't you? Our miracle boy? Yes. Such a miracle. It's crazy to be filming this video talking about this embryo transfer, because last time when I was doing this, I did not have a baby. And now it's just like insane. It's crazy that this is my life now. I stood in very similar locations in these same places in my house crying about wanting this little guy. And so it's just such an honor. But anyway, this time around we are going to be, so we did film our whole IVF journey. We have like a docu-series here on this channel with literally everything. Every appointment, all the shots. I mean, we literally recorded everything. I even asked going to appointments if I could record, and they were like, yes, record whatever, which was huge. Not every clinic does that, so we're very thankful for that. But, and it just proves that, I feel like it proves they're very confident in what they do there and that they don't mind it being recorded. And so anyway, I very much trust our clinic. I really like our doctor. This time around, since everybody already knows we did IVF to conceive and all of that, last time we didn't release the videos until we announced the pregnancy. This time, I think we're just going to take you on the journey as we go. Yeah, bye-bye. We're just going to take you on the journey as we go. So we're going to upload this video, and we've not done a transfer yet or anything like that. So don't think when we upload that we're pregnant or anything like that, because last time that was the case. This time, this is in real time. We're just taking you along with us and not posting it after. So you'll see the journey in real time this time around. And so anyway, our consult today is basically just to see if we're a candidate for starting our journey right now, or the only concern I have is that maybe the C-section that I had to have with Zion, maybe that delayed our transfer, and I don't think he'll know that today. It may be something that he brings up, but it might be a situation, which I feel like it definitely will be, that he just has to take a look at my uterus and see what it looks like right now. I may need a surgery before we do transfer. Transfers are a really big deal. You don't just like walk in and they just like give you a baby. That's not how it works. You go through a lot of steps, a lot of money, a lot of you know, shots, a lot of things to do embryo transfers, and a lot of the time there's surgeries involved prior. I didn't have to have that last time because my uterus was clean last time, nothing in it, had never been pregnant, you know, I never had any problems with cysts or anything like that, so it was a huge blessing. But this time around, having the C-section, I don't know if that's going to change things. I don't know if I have a lot of scar tissue that's going to have to be removed before they'll do transfer, because one thing different about transfer than natural pregnancy is, obviously natural pregnancy, you might just happen to get pregnant with all kinds of scar tissue or whatever, and that can happen. With embryo transfer, they don't let it just stay in there. They want to give you the best chance that you can have. So if you have anything in your uterus that might be helpful, if it's gone, they're going to get rid of it, because obviously it's a big deal and they want this to work, and they're very passionate about this working. And so I'm thankful for that, but I'm just hoping and praying and believing it's going to be just as smooth as it was last time. Manny and I already talk about this baby as if it's a baby that we've brought home, because to us there is no difference. This is our baby. This baby boy or girl lives in Dallas right now and is a frozen embryo, but just like Zion was in 2020, that is a baby, right? He is a baby now, he was a baby then. And so that's what we believe, and that's what we talk about all the time. So obviously we're very passionate about this working, because we want to bring this baby home, and so we want to do whatever we can to make sure that that happens. And so anyway, we're starting a new journey. It's a new time of embryo transfer. Now again, I say this all the time to people in my day-to-day life as well. Just because I'm talking about it doesn't mean we're going to do a transfer next week. This could be months away, we don't know. But ideally we want to do it as soon as possible. So if he said you can start the process next week, which he's not going to, I know how the process works, so it probably would be next month at the earliest. If he says that, then obviously I would do that, but we'll just kind of have to see. I would say today he's just going to ask me a few questions and then go in for my actual exam, where they kind of do a saline sonogram, probably something along those lines. So anyway, it's starting. It's beginning. Baby Awuku number 2. We're coming for you.
Dr. Douglas's office is Karen.
I have a phone consult with Dr. Douglas at 9:30.
Yes, ma'am. Just 1 second, okay?
Thank you.
Good morning, this is Dr. Douglas.
Good morning. How are you?
Very good.
Good.
Okay, well, let me go through and ask just a couple of questions about your pregnancy.
Okay.
Did we have any problems?
No, the pregnancy was extremely smooth. The only thing was during labor I did end up needing a C-section.
Okay, so a C-section near term?
Yes, so I was full term. I was induced at 40 weeks exactly. And then I did end up, it was a long pushing experience, and I ended up needing a C-section after that. But the pregnancy was extremely, extremely smooth.
Any new health issues?
No.
And what's up with your menses?
I got my period back at 9 months postpartum, even though I was still breastfeeding, and it has been regular since that, and I'm 14 months now, so.
All right. Well, and how many embryos do we have?
I have one left.
Okay. One embryo left. Okay. Well, this is usually quite simple. We only need one test. When you start your period, you call us.
Okay.
We're going to bring you in when your period's done, so between day 5 and 10.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to do something called a saline sonogram. That's
Yep.
that test where we just put the water in.
Right.
And re-measure the depth and the angle of your uterus. Your uterus will change directions at the C-section, and so we need to map it all out and make sure there's nothing in there that would stop the baby from sticking to you.
Okay.
Then with your very next period, or whenever you want it to, you would just start on estrogen pills when your period started. We do that for 2 weeks, and then you start the progesterone shot, and we thaw the embryo and put it in.
Okay.
Very simple. So basically call with your next 2 periods. The first one we'll make sure we know how to get the embryos in, and there's nothing in there that would stop it from sticking to you.
Okay.
And then the next month we would go ahead and put it in if that's when you wanted to do it. If you didn't want to put it in that next month, that's fine. You can wait longer.
Okay, so I need to call basically cycle day 1?
Yeah, unless it's a weekend or a holiday, then call Monday.
Okay.
This will be a whole lot simpler.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, sounds great. Thank you.
Anything else?
I don't think so. Thank you so much.
We'll hear from you when you start.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Imagine we had to drive too.
Yeah, no. That's why we didn't drive for that consult. I knew exactly what he was going to say. Everything that he said, I was like, this is what he's going to say about it. But I really like him. That's one thing I like about... I know, I enjoy that. I have a different kind of personality. I know some people want like, how have you been? What's the baby like? You know, they want like conversation. I honestly don't. That's just not what I want from a doctor. I want you to just tell me what I need to do and let's do it and not be mean. He's never mean. He's very, very nice. I always felt like he cared about us. Like truly. I really do feel like he cares about what he does and is passionate about it. You can tell. But he's just very straight to the point, and that's what I like. That's what serves me well. I want that. I don't want to be on the phone for 20 minutes chit-chatting with somebody that I don't really know. I just want to get to the point. So he's really good, and I truly believe he is an incredible fertility doctor. I absolutely 100% believe if we've gone to a different IVF clinic, I don't think we would have Zion. I don't think it would have worked. I'm just going to be honest. I really don't. Especially knowing what I know now. Like going into it, I didn't know much. But, you know, I thought I did, but you never know as much until you do it. But like now that I know everything I do know because I've done it all and I've seen so many people have failed cycles, I'm like, that would have definitely been me if I hadn't had Dr. Douglas. If I hadn't gone where we went, I would have absolutely probably had a failed cycle just because we do have pretty extreme infertility. And if it's male factor infertility if you're new. And if you're not educated on every single part of infertility and on every single diagnosis extremely well, you could easily give a protocol that is not going to work. Or you know, with male factor, a lot of the time obviously fertilization of eggs is harder and stuff like that, and getting 2 frozen embryos with a diagnosis like we had where it was like, you may never be able to do IVF, you may never even get the chance. Oh, don't throw your, don't, no, I'm trying to throw a pancake in the trash. So anyway, he's amazing. His team is amazing. I stand by that. I think they're so good. But yeah, so I kind of figured that's the way it was going to work. So that would mean I should have been tracking my cycle more. I know it's been regular just because of how often it is. But, well, I know when my last one was actually. I just don't have it marked down, but I know based on what I was doing. So I need to go ahead and probably mark that just so I know when to expect it. And it won't be too long, I don't think. So that would probably mean another October transfer if we go ahead and do it that way, which we would do it as soon as we could.
If there's nothing wrong.
If there's nothing wrong, yeah. I got to clarify that. If I have to have a surgery, so I'll go with this is how it works. If you don't care about this, skip through this part, but I know a lot of you do. I like to hear about it. But if I am able to just go ahead and do a transfer like last time, which he says be easier than last time, because obviously what he meant by that is last time around we did egg retrieval and stuff, and that's a lot harder, and just longer process. But this time around, if my uterus is okay, which he did say that C-sections shift the uterus, I think he pretty much means like every time. It sounded like he just meant they always do that. So they have to map it out, which means they have to know what they have to basically practice. They have to know what they're gonna do when they get the embryo in there. You don't want to get in there with somebody's embryo and like not know what you're doing. So they're gonna figure out what my uterus is looking like, where things are, and where they need to put the embryo when they do it. He's a genius. I genuinely believe that. I know I'm giving him a lot of credit. He deserves it. I really think he's so smart. He's just, everything was painless. I didn't have problems with my procedures like other people do. My egg retrieval was amazing. I mean, by the next day I was just completely fine, and we got a good amount of eggs, 16 eggs, which is good. Isn't like massive, but you don't really want massive because then you can get low egg quality and stuff. So anyway, it's like it's a little bit above average. They say 15 is the magic number. I got 16. So anyway, he's just really good. But they're gonna do that, and then if something's wrong, if I have too much scar tissue or something like that, he didn't say that, but I know from researching, if something like that is in there, which he did say, we have to make sure nothing's in your uterus that would prevent implantation, which we did last time, and there wasn't. But that's what the saline sonogram is for. I have a whole video of my saline sonogram last time, recorded the whole time, didn't have extreme pain with it at all. I know a lot of people say it hurts bad. So just so you know, I'm not gonna give horror stories here. My experience has been amazing. And I mean, I got some like light period cramping with my saline sonogram. That was it. But anyway, so once I do that, I will know, do I need a surgery? If I need surgery, that would probably be the following month. And then transfer would probably be November, December time frame, or later than that, depending on recovery. I think they say like you just need to go like a month. It's not like a wild surgery or anything. And so anyway, yeah, just got to start a period, which I knew you always have to have cycles and stuff. That's why it's kind of hard with female infertility if you have that. If you don't have cycles, IVF can be hard because they have to like induce some things because you need to have cycles to go off of. But anyway, so yeah, I'm really excited. I'm believing for another October transfer, which is going to be funny because probably would have maybe early July, because it probably would be later in October, I would guess. So maybe like early July baby. We have June 30th, and probably July baby would be next one, I would say, if we end up being able to do that. So anyway, we're starting. Okay, haven't even gotten dressed or ready yet, but you know, I keep it very real. Man, he's doing something over there. Like, it was heard a noise, but anyway, I keep it very real. We keep it very real on this channel with IVF and all of that kind of stuff. Like I said, we have a whole docuseries that I'm very proud of, just because we showed everything, and I'm very like thankful that we got to do that. And even times when maybe it was awkward to, hey, can I film this or whatever, I still did it because I wanted to have those memories. I wanted to be able to help other people. I was even looking back just the other day on our transfer last time, even though it's only been a couple of years. Actually, this month, September, is 2 years since we had our egg retrieval, which is crazy. But it's all going on 2 years. Next month will be 2 years since our transfer, which is wild. But even in just 2 years, I had to look back on some things like, how did I start that process? You know, what did the consult look like? What did we have to do? And all of that sort of stuff. So anyway, it's really nice to look back on, but also I want it to be something for you guys to be able to look at if you're starting IVF, if you're considering starting IVF. And my thing with IVF, I want you to know, is that while it is not ideal and it's hard, and none of us want to have infertility. Like, we didn't grow up hoping that we would deal with infertility, right? It's just not one of those things. But IVF can be a really good experience, and I don't want you to go into it thinking, I want you to be positive about it. I don't want you to think, this is going to be terrible, this is going to be torture. There are very hard parts, and I won't sugarcoat that throughout this process. It is not easy. But it is truly a miracle. I really believe God has gifted these embryologists, these endocrinologists, to do what they do. They're geniuses, and it is so incredible to see a miracle up close and personal like this, to be handed an embryo photo and say, like, here's your baby. You would have never seen this if you'd just been able to get pregnant naturally. There are special things that I have discovered along the way that are like, I would have never known that. I would have never seen that. I would have never experienced that had it not been for infertility. So I try to look at it like that. It isn't easy. If you watch the docuseries, you know I cried a lot of tears. especially leading up to IVF when I didn't even know if IVF would be an option. I think that kind of changed my perspective to IVF being scary and, you know, hard and all that to being a privilege. It's an honor. It's a privilege to have this opportunity. A lot of people don't have embryos. A lot of people don't have an opportunity to go back for a second baby, much less even a first. And so I really try my hardest to look at it that way. And I'm excited. So we're going to take you along the journey in real time. This time around, as far as the transfer process goes, I will take you along whenever my cycle starts. I think it'll be a couple more weeks. Then I'll tell you, I'll get on the vlog and I'll call the fertility clinic on the vlog. I'll do all this stuff like I did last time. I really need to drink some water. But anyway, if you're interested in that, subscribe on TikTok. I'll do some things as well, so follow me on there. And yeah, let's do this. So this is going to be it for today's vlog. I just kind of want to give you guys an update on our transfer schedule, on how everything's going to work out. We're hoping that it's just going to go so smoothly, believing for that, praying for that. But ultimately, we know that God knows what he's doing, and he hasn't failed us, and he's not going to start now. So thank you guys for watching. Remember, you are incredible. Jesus loves you so much. See you later.